Today I'm going to be talking about how a prison guard in Florida got attacked by a bear. That's right, I said it, a bear. So y'all sit back and let's talk about it. Because I'll tell you what, anything can happen inside a prison. I'm the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitches with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. K-Fraud TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And also make sure you hit that notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. If it's your first time tuning in, my name's Frog, and almost everything I talk about over here is about jail or prison. I want people to know what to truly expect when they find themselves incarcerated. I know I haven't posted a video for a while. You know, I had to take me a little break, sit back, relax, you know, set, you know, ready all over again. You know how we do it, man. And with the holidays coming, you know, it'll be kind of busy. But hey, we're here, and I'm going to try to do better and make sure I drop them more frequently. For this video, I'm going to be talking about how a prison guard got attacked by a bear inside a Florida prison. All right, now, when you're locked up, I've told y'all in multiple videos, and just like any other place around the world, when you're an inmate and you're locked up, they usually give you a job, all right? Down here, a lot of the jobs that they have to give you is outside the gate, which is called DOT, okay? Department of Transportation, which normally means you're on the side of the highway, you're out there in the swell and knee deep or ankle deep or waist deep water, you know, with a weed eater cutting grass from 1 mile mark all the way to another mile mark. And then the next day you pick up where you left off and you keep going. Kind of like the movie Holes. If y'all ever seen that movie from back in the day where they got them boys digging holes, and then the next day, filling them in. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's really like that inside of prison. Now, there was a work squad at this institution I was at. I never got lucky enough to work outside the gate. You know, I had a higher custody. I wasn't allowed to, you know, participate like the other individuals and go outside the gate. So every job I got had to be like inside grounds. You know, wasn't allowed to go out there in the free world. But hey, I know for, you know, a while I was in there, no matter how much time you try to stay out of trouble, one little thing can just ruin it to where you take 50, you know, steps this way, you get one incident, now you're 150 steps back. That's normally what happens when you're in there. All right, now this work squad at this institution I was at, I remember a couple inmates coming back to my dorm and they were telling us how they had a pet bear out there. And I'm like, a bear? They're like, yeah, because you know, on 27, you know, we cut grass all the way from Dade County all the way to Immokalee, all the way, you know, naming different locations of where they cut, you know, grass, where they just go along these long ass, you know, highways, and they literally just cut grass. And you know, ain't no telling the type of things you'll see out there when it comes to wildlife, you know, snakes, bears, deers, maybe bobcats, you know, coyotes, you know, fucking raccoons, you know what I'm saying, all types of different stuff, you know. So when these boys came back to the dorm and they were telling me that they had a pet bear out there, you know, at first I was like, nah, really? And they were like, yeah, da 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 da. I hear them talking about it and shit like that. And to me it was interesting, you know. I like that type of shit because here I'm out of sight, out of mind, you know. It's been a while since I've seen a fucking cat, you know. So when I hear that there's a bear out there, I'm like, damn, you know. First thing you think of is what you see on TV or, you know, in pictures or videos, you know. You think some big ass shit, which there are out there. But they told me the bear that they had out there was literally a little baby bear, probably like 4 foot tall or something like that, which that's considered a baby, you know. And the bear used to come around, hang out with everybody. He'd roll around on the ground, you know, and the boys would be feeding him. You know what I'm saying? They would literally take, you know, lunch trays and take like bologna meat and stuff and kind of like cook it for him and throw it out there for him to eat, you know, and he liked it. He got hipped and used to the inmates, you know, coming around and everything. And every time they seen him, you know, he was cool. And the way I look at it is, you know, every time there's a baby bear or something around, you think, well, where the hell's that mom or bear at? You know what I'm saying? And these inmates would literally play around with him and stuff like that. He'd come up to them, and, you know, for a couple weeks they'd come back and they were talking about it. And next thing you know, they're showing pictures on their cell phones and shit. I'm like, nah, because they got
cell phones out there, just like they got cell phones in the prison. You know, they're taking pictures, sending them to their family members and shit like that. You know, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. They literally got like a little bear that's out there hanging out with them, right? There was this one officer that was actually like a known dickhead. And not just to the inmates outside the gate, but like any inmate in general. Like, I don't know if he had a deep vendetta, you know, against inmates. You know, maybe his wife cheated on him with someone that's been to prison, or maybe his sister is married to a guy that's been to prison that used to beat on her, or, you know, you never really know what it is. But he literally had like a vendetta against, you know, inmates. You know, he didn't give a damn if you were right or wrong. To him, there was no right or wrong. It was them against us. You see what I'm saying? It was like, it was the police way or the no way. There was no, you know what I'm saying? And he would just do dickhead stuff, asshole moves, you know? So on this particular day where this whole situation occurred, you know, probably I'd say good, a little shy of a month. You know, I'd say a little shy of a month of the inmates talking about the bear and showing me the pictures and shit like that. I'd say maybe a little shy of a month. On this, you know, special day, the inmates come back in from side the gate and they're all mad, they're pissed. One of them walks in, he's got his uniform shirt like balled up in his hand, he slings it on his bed, you know, grabs his shit to go to the shower, you know, walks off all mad. Another one's over there, you know, talking shit, damn man, this and this. Kind of find out something went down with the bear. So you know me, I'm like, damn, what happened to the bear? You feel me? So I go up to them boys and I'm asking them what happened. And they told me that the bear, you know, he was comfortable with inmates, you know what I'm saying? He was comfortable around people, you know, for the most part. And he'd go up to who he wants to go up to, you understand? If you're an inmate and you've been feeding this motherfucker baloney for a while, you know, he kind of gets hip to you, you know? It can even be a color thing, you know? Whether they're colorblind or not, they could probably just tell from the uniform that you're wearing, you know? These ones are the good guys that been feeding me. These ones over here, you know, which is the officers, yell at the good guys that been feeding me, you know? So whatever the reason was, they say that the guard decided to walk up and grab the bear like he was going to manhandle the bear. You know what I'm saying? Like, act like he was taking the bear away from everybody. Like they were too occupied hanging out with the bear, you know, that he felt like he would just move the bear. And you can't do that. You know, you got to let that bear come up to you being friendly. You can't just go over there and want to be all touchy to the bear, you know what I'm saying? And they can read energy and they can feel energy and feel your vibes. And by knowing how much of a piece of shit that guard was, I feel like at the end of the day, that bear probably could peep the piece of shit that guard was as well. You know, he peeped bad energy. So they said when he grabbed the bear and tried to like move him over there and tussle him, just because the inmates were able to, you know, do stuff like that, you feel me? They say that bear went straight for his face and tried to rip his whole damn face off. And you know, these things got claws. Now, their claws, you know, might look like little hands, but their claws, when they're coming at your face, they're shredding whatever the hell they run into. You know, these shits are meant to like grasp on trees and climb up that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And they're known for probably even, you know, ripping shit off of trees, you know? You don't really know, but they're meant to do damage, you know? Them shits is like undefeated, you feel me? So when he tried to go over there and do that just to ruin these dudes' day, you know, to be an asshole, that bear attacked that officer, tried to mutilate his whole damn face, tried to rip his whole shit off and everything, damaged him so badly that the damn dickhead ended up, you know, damn near dying, but he called wildlife. So when wildlife came there and everything like that, the inmates told me they all had to lay on the ground, face down, with their hands out, like they were like on a robbery with the bear or something. Like the police just showed up, made everybody get on the ground, you know, guns drawn, because of the bear situation that this guy, you know, damn near started. You feel me? And what was fucked up is wildlife came, and I always thought, you know, they would do what's in best, you know, interest of the bear. You know, like replace them or transport them somewhere else, you know, place them somewhere else, whatever it was. They didn't. They killed that bear. And it was messed up because the inmates, you know, they're doing whatever they can and thinking of whatever they can to get their mind outside of the gate. To get their mind, you know, you might be locked up in this motherfucker physically, but you want to, you know, make sure mentally you're out there. You get what I'm saying? And here, as much as they used to talk about the bear and brag about it, they even had a nickname for him. I forgot the name, but they would talk about him so much that they couldn't wait to go to work. You know, so this was like a good thing, because in prison, you know, you work for free unless you sign up for the Pride program, and they might pay you $50 a month or something like that. But in Florida prison, your ass is working for free. You know, if you ain't in no type of Pride program and you're just slaving, it's free labor. So here you are, stuck to go out there every single day and work for free. You don't get nothing in return, you know. So a lot of people, you know, get lazy. A lot of people don't work as hard, you know what I'm saying? And that bear being out there made these people want to go to work. You know, when I was younger, my mom, rest in peace to her, she used to tell me, if you ever have a job and you don't like going there, and you wake up like, damn, I gotta go to work, or damn, that sucks, I work in the morning, that ain't what you're meant to be doing. You're supposed to enjoy going to work. You're supposed to like that you have to go to work. You're supposed to, you know, be ready and anxious for the next day to come. You're supposed to like your career. If you don't like what you're doing, then that's probably not what you're meant to be doing in life. You get what I'm saying? And these inmates working for free, we're looking forward to going outside that gate every day because of that bear. You know, and at certain, you know, institutions, when they do the DOT stuff, they have like a little hub station outside the gate where all the dudes at work, you know, get brought. You know, it'd be like a shed or a little mini building and stuff like that, where they get like extra, you know, privileges than we get inside the gate. You know, they might get, you know, rare snacks or rare foods and stuff. Then you got people driving up and down the street on the highway, launching out packs of cigarettes, cartons of cigarettes, and, you know, 12 packs of beer or whatever. You know, they see some inmates over there cutting grass or whatever, and, you know, they're looking out for them. You feel me? But they had so many snacks in there that they were giving this bear, that even though the bear was coming around for the food, due to the fact that he didn't try to bite them or attack them, and he'd lay on the ground and just lay there sometimes while them boys are working, doing whatever they're doing, cutting this stuff or filling up these barrels with oranges and the citrus field or whatever it is they're doing along the highways and whatever. That bear felt comfortable around them. Now, I feel like that guard got what he deserved, because I know for a fact, due to me knowing who the officer was, I know for a fact he was just trying to ruin them boys' day. You get what I'm saying? And it just shows you, you know, just because one person does something doesn't mean another person can do it. You get what I'm saying? And them bears can peep energy. You know what I'm saying? They knew that dude was not shit. They knew he was a dickhead. And they knew at the end of the day, he was probably mean to the same people the bear was cool with. So low key, it's like, just because, you know, you see me go up to these people don't mean you come up to me and try to grab me however. And he's lucky that no mama bear or nothing from around the way heard anything or came around that corner. Which, the mama bear was probably nowhere around, because she probably would have been came out weeks before when they were first hanging around with this bear. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know if you're somebody that's ever been to prison or ever had to work outside that gate, but you will run into multiple different types of animals while you're out there. You see what I'm saying? And it sucks because, you know, on the streets, if your ass out there in the jungle or you're out there in the woods and you come across an animal that you know you can't whoop, you know you can and get missing. But when you're on that DOT squad, take off running if you want to. You know, them guards might think you, you know, they might think you trying to, you know, cross the gun line. They might think you trying to clear it. You see what I'm saying? Unless the guard sees you're running from a snake or you're running from a wild hog or something, you know, then it's understandable. But if the guard ain't paying attention or know what's going on, because there's so many people that are like moving around and, you know, going and checking on that little work squad, they're going and checking on them, you know, next thing you know, they just see an inmate, you know, taking off through the woods. They might think that you're running for it. You see what I'm saying? And you got to be careful when you're out there in these situations. And a lot of people feel like if you work outside that gate, you know, your time will go by like this. Which it will, don't get me wrong, you know, because the less time you spend inside the institution, you know, the more freedom you get, the more it feels closer to you going home and the less you feel locked up. But I will tell you this, the institutions I was at, everybody that went outside that gate was either a gang member, affiliated, or they were a mule. Somebody who was forced to boof some shit and sneak it in. So it wasn't like you're just going to go to this institution and, oh yeah, man, put me outside the gate. And you go outside the gate and you're just going to sit there and lounge and hang out and everything going to be fine and dandy. No, they're going to try to put your ass to work. And what I mean by put you to work, I mean them inmates going to try to get down on you and make you smuggle some shit in. You feel me? Like, not that many people last on the work squad that aren't like, you know, sneaking shit in. You feel me? That's just what it is. And then them gangs got it orchestrated to where like it's split amongst different gangs, like a percentage wise. You know, it's just, it's a whole different ball game for the people who go outside the gate. So when you go outside the gate, you got to worry about the guards trying to put down on you and try to beat you and trying you on every corner. Then you got to worry about the inmates who are trying to force you to be a hold down man, a mule, smuggle shit, contraband, do all that stuff. Then you got to worry about the wildlife. You feel me? That might, you know, a snake might come up and bite you and shit. That's why they make you wear them little overall things that go all the way down to your legs, like all the way down, and they're like, so if a snake jump up and bite you, you know, it might not be able to puncture you. You feel me? Then you got to worry about not just those three things, but then you got to worry about the fact that you're working for free. You know, you're doing free labor. You're out here, and sometimes that shit'll get up to like here, and you're there, and you got to cut all this stuff for absolutely no reason. You see what I'm saying? These are the type of things you have to expect while you're out there. And to me, to be real with you, coming in contact with a bear, I know I would have had fun as hell if I was one of them inmates and that bear was cool with me, you know, but I don't know if the bear would have got a bad vibe off me, because I would have had a vibe in my back of my mind. What if this motherfucker tries to snap? What if it tries to turn on me like I'm its food or something? You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, me thinking that about him, he might have peeped thinking I was a bad vibe as it is, you know, or who knows, when they cool as hell. I would have probably gave him double everything they gave him. They gave him 3 pieces of bologna, I'm giving him 6, 7. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have really liked Frog. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the moral of the story is be careful when you're working outside that gate. And for the correctional officers out there, man, don't ever, you know, put your hands on something that don't belong to you. Don't try to just because you're a guard, you know, you think at the end of the day you have all the say-so. You think that whatever's making an inmate happy, you know, he can't enjoy it. He shouldn't be happy. He should be miserable, you know? And try to just stop every single thing that's making a motherfucker's time easily. Because at the end of the day, whatever the person did to go to prison probably ain't got nothing to do with that prison guard. And it wasn't his people they robbed or killed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't his money that they stole or anything like that. So it's like, why act like it's your problem? You know, why take it out on an inmate so severe to where it feels like it's a vendetta between you and the inmate? You know, make it seem like it's personal between you and that inmate. You know, you got 1,500 inmates in here that all got different crimes. They're all from around different places. And the guards act like every crime they committed was against them or someone in their family. You know, and they take it out. And it's to the point to where when you see something bad or you hear something bad happen to a guard, it makes inmates feel good, you know? And it shouldn't be like that. You know, everybody got a job to do. You know, do your 9 to 5 and then go home. Now, why not every prison guard's bad? Because you got some that just do their job and clear it, you know? But then you got ones that take it too personal. Want to be, you know, super cop, you know, act like they're RoboCop and shit like that. And it ends up bad for them. And it's to the point to where those officers make it to where anything happens to a guard, inmates are like this, smiling. You see? That guard got what he deserved, in my opinion. Y'all drop it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all have ever worked outside that prison gate and y'all seen any type of wildlife, drop it in the comment sections. Let me know if y'all were hanging out and you were around that bear. Would you have been scared, or would you have just been posted up vibing with him? If he was a cool bear, you know, you gotta picture it now. You gotta picture the little 4-foot motherfucker hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Whatever you throw him, you probably catch him with his hands. You gotta just picture that, you know, and just realize you're out of sight, out of mind. You know, you're not allowed to have these things. You know, wildlife seems so much cooler when you barely have freedom, you know? And do y'all think the guard was right or wrong? Do you think he was right because inmates shouldn't be enjoying themselves? They should get their ass to work and let's get rid of whatever's distracting them? Or do you think he was wrong? He shouldn't have touched that bear because that bear damn near mutilated his whole face, you know? But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate everybody that drops comments. Appreciate everybody that jumps into my community tab, drops comments, hits that like button. You know, I check that daily. So if there's ever anything you want to say to me, you just drop it on my most recent post on the community tab. And I'll be checking it. You know, I just try to keep intact as much as I can. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And like I always say, make sure you keep them rat squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, it's the one and only. I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though. Cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.